Something that set the stage, like during the leadership conference, really inspired us was there was a story about how I think it was a woman and was it her son who raised did walk for water and they raised money.
So the kid had this idea and they just did it. So, and that was sort of their message that if you have an idea, you just need to do it and you need to be the hands and feet of Christ. So we really felt like that inspired us to do something. So we came back and we started the Passion Projects activity.
Yeah, a lot of what we learned was about taking action, so that's where the Passion Project idea came about. And we really were just super eager to do something. So when we got this idea, we just did it and rolled it.
Well, Mrs. McGlowan did a lot of hard work. Like, she talked with the social worker to get the names of the kids we were going to be helping, and we did research to find like prom dress places, and we called them, and we also called Sephora and we asked them for donations for makeup and stuff like that. I think the hardest part was getting the names of the girls, which Mrs. McGlowan really came through with that.
Yeah, and during one of our debriefs, after the conference, everyone thought of like millions of ideas. We just started saying out ideas of what we wanted to do, and we came back to BCA. We formed our group, and then that's when it really started.
Just spending time with the girls, they were so grateful for everything we did, and this might sound cliche, but they're just like us. They're just teenage girls, and they're so excited to put makeup on and go to prom, and it was just really cool to see that and kind of bond with them, and because we are similar in some ways, so it was cool.
It was awesome seeing how happy they were just to get things of their own. So yeah, I didn't realize how happy they would be.
During the ride, I learned, they told us everything about them, and it was kind of cool just to kind of hear a little bit of their story and just kind of what their life was normally, and how they were honors students and one had their honors graduation, and how open they were to us. They wanted us to come to it, and even the real graduation. So it was kind of interesting to learn that they were really happy that this was going on.
Okay, so I guess when we started, we just sort of brainstormed a little bit, what do we want this project to be, what do we want to do. So originally we were thinking dresses, and we were gonna help them get ready on the day of their prom and do their hair and stuff. So we started making phone calls and stuff to find out if we could get donations for dresses and makeup and stuff like that. But that part of our original idea didn't exactly work out for this year. So we just ended up going with getting makeup for those two girls, which I think was a good start, and we can always continue to further the project more. But that's pretty much how we started, and then we took them to Sephora and got them makeup and stuff. So.
And we did some fundraisers. We did a dress down one day, and we did a bake sale, which were really successful.
Yeah, that was really.
We were each able to give them a piece of money to get their hair cut and colored and done for prom, which was also cool. So. At first, they were pretty shy when we met them, which is normal, but they were actually really, really excited and super grateful, super thankful for what we were doing, and they kept saying, "Oh, why don't you buy something for yourself too? Why aren't you getting anything?" And I was like, "No, it stays for you." So they're really, really sweet girls.
Yeah. They also wanted to continue talking with us when we were done, and they were like, "Oh, can you give us your numbers? Maybe we can get together sometime. There's an event at your school or something." So it was nice that we were able to bond with them. Well, I didn't go on the leadership conference, but through going to various retreats and coming here, I've learned that you lead through service, and I didn't really know how to do that. I knew that I could help my classmates by helping them with homework and stuff, but I didn't really know how to expand that. And then when they came back from the DC trip and there was Passion Projects, I thought this is the perfect opportunity. So I decided to join Passion Projects and to do this because I feel that it's important to serve others. That's what Jesus did.
Taking it all back to the conference, it was just really inspiring to see what others have done, and it was kind of something oh, I want to do that, I want to serve for the Lord and stuff. So that's really, I think, what really formed our group.
Yeah, and usually after retreats and conferences and stuff like that, you get on like a spiritual high or like a big motivation to do something. I feel like we all still kind of have that, so it was easier to do stuff and put it in action. So.
I think perseverance, because there was a couple moments when we were doing it and we're like, are we even going to be able to get this done this year? Because by the time we came back from the leadership conference in the second semester, it started. A lot of public school proms were like coming up soon, so we're like, are we going to be able to get this done? But I think we really persevered and were able to make it work. So
I think we also had to be able to communicate well with each other. Like for the bake sale, we definitely learned to communicate well in our group chat by like who's gonna bring this, who's gonna make what food, where are we gonna set up, how are we gonna are we gonna have any decorations, is there gonna be a theme, how are we gonna get the news out there that we're having a bake sale.
Well, the whole idea of passion projects is we had an idea and we kind of like had all the parts to it and we like formed it. So now other years, when someday we're all graduated, hopefully they can still do this, and that's the same for all the other projects. So hopefully they don't end because they're really fun and we can impact a lot of people. So
I feel like the connection between us and those girls probably will be there for hopefully a while. Hopefully they'll remember this, since a lot of us got their contact information and they wanted us to even come to their graduation that's happening I think in like a week or two. They're really excited about just getting to meet people. And also I know we got a couple more phone calls or just emails from saying, like, I think Mrs. Gagney, that she still has more kids if we were willing to help out. So I feel like it's something that's gonna keep on going. Yeah, I think this experience kind of shaped me, like thinking I want to do more like service. I think all of us kind of feel that, how after just we only helped 2 girls, how we really want to reach out and just help more people.
Yeah, seeing how happy we made those girls, it made me want to like go out and help more because I want to make more girls happy.
I also think it's like setting a good example, like showing people like that you know how people say like, oh, the light of Christ like shines through you or whatever. Like if people see that, then it might like lead them to Jesus, and that can be a way to lead.